It's the Urb Thrasher Flower Hour, featuring music, videos, and backstage interviews with the masters of metal, the monsters of rock, and the hellbellies of alt country. Now, throw your horns up and crank it to 11 with your host, Urb Thrasher.
Yeah, get those horns up, everyone. Get those bowls loaded. It's Urb Thrasher here with Radical Russ.
Hey, everybody.
Right from Portland, Oregon, here in Roller J Studios with another night of rock and weed. Hope you guys are ready, man. We are. Got lots and lots of great, brand new music, man. This is a time right now where everyone sat around all winter and they wrote and they wrote and then they recorded in the springtime, and lots of releases are coming out this summer, which we've kind of skipped over, so busy, but we're now catching up. And then here in late September, early October, man, we've got some great releases. Got Sasquatch coming up, tell you about who those guys are. Got brand new stuff from Death Angel, freaking Sepultura. I mean, so many bands, and goddamn Gallows. So many great songs out there, Russ. I don't even know how to talk about it.
I know. We're seeing a great rebirth of good rock music, and I think a lot of that is the internet's giving us a way to get it out to the people that want to hear it.
That's exactly right. And so much going on. We love to bring it to you. We love to smoke weed. Hope you guys are having a great Friday night. Everyone's safe. Wanted to start the show off tonight with one of my all-time favorite dudes in metal, Mr. Cliff Burton. This guy was just a beast, man. He ruled the bass. Hopefully most of you guys know who Cliff Burton is. He was bass player Metallica, original lineup, first 3 albums, also credited with a couple of songs on And Justice for All. But he 27 years ago today, he passed away in a bus wreck in Sweden. And Cliff Burton's legacy still remains today. No one to this day still plays like he did. And in fact, that's how he got the Metallica gig. Was he was in a band in the early '80s called Trauma, and James and I think Lars were at some club in L.A., maybe the Whiskey or something, and they saw him up there and they saw him just shredding the bass. And they were like, damn, we got to get this guy. And so they ended up getting Cliff Burton. And just so much, his style was like, because he shredded the bass, it was a weapon, it was an instrument. And back then, you had Geddy Lee, who was kind of bassing it up, and different funkadelic stuff, and Deep Purple, those guys were bass-heavy musics. But Metallica, as you guys know, took it to a whole new level. And Cliff was one of the main reasons to take it to a whole new level, because he wasn't just playing a bass. He was an instrumentalist, a part of the band. A lot of times in these bands, Russ, and as a bass player, the bass is the bass.
Yeah, the guitar player comes up with what the bass is going to be, and then you just play it. And no, he was coming up with lines, coming up with his own stuff.
That's right. And so not Cliff Burton, man. And so he went to the forefront. And as I said, his legacy today, everyone in the music world knows who Cliff Burton is. So we definitely wanted to start off with a little bit of Cliff Burton. Got a killer tribute. If you guys saw today on the Russ Belville Show for Rockin' Friday, we played this song, and we're going to play it again with a special gem of Cliff Burton, Token Down. And when he's token down, you guys got to realize that this is in the 80s, dudes. This is before Snoop Dogg, Willie Nelson, all these guys that are on the cameras now. It's okay to have a blunt and shirts now. This is back when, like, oh my God, he's doing a joint on a VCR tape. Here's Metallica, guys. Turn it up and smoke a bowl for Cliff Burton. We'll come back. Horns up! Yeah, Cliff!
Everyone, hi Cliff, how you doing?
Hey, Lou. Maybe you should throw Dave out of that chair so you can sit down. Sit. Did you get this? From Lou. What is this, like Thai? Or something?
Yeah. It's like
Something?
the heaviest pot ever to hit these shores.
Holy
It's
Lou
like
shit.
the pot like no other pots ever been had in this country.
It had to go through Lou. Me and Lou Martin's special blend, big rigger inspection, spatial. Fucking had to pass through the hands of the big riggers. Jesus. Taxed and tariffed. And it was okay with you, United States government.
Absolutely.
Motherfucking.
Cliff.
Fuck you, puss bag slut.
That's right, a little amphibian thing right there, Infectious Grooves coming at you. Ow! Urb Thrasher here with Radical Russ.
Hi, everybody.
From Roller J Studios in
Rocking
Portland,
that one.
Oregon, man, and we just had a killer 3-block right there and started off with the freaking bass axe master, Cliff Burton, man. Good stuff right there, Russ.
Yeah, I know, and to follow him up with Robert Trujillo there with Infectious Grooves, he's another bass axe master.
That's right. And so before we get to the Infectious Grooves real quick, so that video of Cliff and Smokin', I just wanted to point this out, that Lou was Jim Martin of Faith No More's brother. And so if you guys look back at a lot of the pictures of Cliff, you'll see him wearing Faith No More shirts, or you'll see Jim Martin in Faith No More videos wearing Cliff and Metallica shirts, and there was the whole connection, as they were all buddies and obviously freaking partying down and smoking weed in San Francisco. And so, little tie-in right there. Really enjoyed to play that. If you haven't seen Cliff Amal, it's a must. You guys have to get out there and just see Cliff Amal. There's no way you could pass without seeing that freaking film. So go check it out. And while we're at it, Metallica right now, just today, theaters all around, they have a 3D IMAX movie going on called Through the Never. So definitely go out there and support the greatest freaking metal band of all time, still Metallica. All right, Russ, so we just played Infectious Grooves, and the tie-in there is on Wednesday would have been John Bottom was a day that he passed away, like 35 years ago or something like that. Something like that. And so Led Zeppelin, you know, huge mark in the whole music industry. Everyone knows Led Zeppelin. Wasn't my favorite band growing up, and so next best thing to do, Russ, was find a cover. And goodness gracious, Infectious Grooves, Mike Muir from Suicidal Tendencies, and as you said, Robert Trujillo, just an amazing band. Stephen Perkins was on the drums from Jane's Addiction, and it seems like somebody else was in that band, but I'm just blanking on it right now. But anyways, there's the tie-in. Rest in peace, brothers. Cliff Burton, John Bonham. All right, Russ, you, a couple weeks ago, went to Boston and had an amazing time, Boston Freedom Rally. We talked to Dave Tree on Friday night. You talked to him on Saturday. Set us up, bro. I sure
did, yeah. Boston Freedom Rally went for 2 days this year, and on the Saturday, Dave Tree and the band Tree had their reunification party.
Well, they do it every year at this event.
At the event. So there they were, up on stage, ready to play for the crowds. And, of course, the Boston faithful love Tree. They were singing all the words. In fact, you'll see in some of this video I shot from the crowd after the interview, you'll see how much they just know and love Tree. But first, we have an interview with Dave Tree himself. So here we go from Saturday at the Freedom Rally.
The day one of Boston Freedom Rally is over, and it's the first time I get to say day one is over, because it's usually just one day. And who did I meet here? The Dave from Tree.
Hey guys, 20 years deep. Actually, probably even over 20 years deep. I think we started in 90 actually. I think our first rally that we played over there, right behind this camera. But we're shooting the sky, because look at that beautiful sky.
And what are we here for? What are we here?
We're here to recognize that people have freedoms that have.
We're a political culture made up of
We're here to
millions.
recognize that people have freedom.
We want our freedom. We want our rights.
That that have to be respected. They have to be respected. Can't be ignored. And we're tired of being persecuted, and we're tired of being prosecuted. You know what I'm saying? So, like Massachusetts taking some first steps. Massachusetts taking some first steps, right? But they're so small steps. But you know what? People like us, we need to push them, amp it up. We had a great show today, man. We had like probably more people I've ever seen on the Boston Common ever, right? And so those little steps, man, are you'll see they'll become strides. And I take pride in being from Massachusetts, man, because, you know, I think we started this country, didn't we? Yeah, right here on the Boston Common. That's where we were taking the Tories and we were tar and feathering them and putting them on a rail and running them out of town because they were down with tyranny. And we're not down with tyranny. Don't make us get the feathers. Don't make us get the tar, you know? Because we're here, we got numbers, and this is where it all began, right? And this is where it keeps beginning, you know? And it begins every time around this country, too. Like when everyone has like an incredible action, an incredible rock show, an incredible rally for freedom, right? And that's not just here in Boston, but I take pride, deep pride, from being from Massachusetts. Right? Don't just Massachusetts, you know.
So what's up with Tree coming up?
Tree just came out of the blue because the guys from MassCan, like, they had this like big 2-day event, and it was like a big game changer, and they're trying to make it like push the envelope, and they're like, can you guys do it? Because if you guys did it, you'd push the envelope. And like, let me ask the guys. And like, I seriously didn't think anyone really would, like, everyone's got their own lives and stuff. We did it 2 years ago and didn't really, I don't know, I just asked them, like, you guys want to do it? And they did it. They wanted to do it. And I was like, then I called Chris up, like, they want to do it? And he's like, all right. And I'm like, this time we just want to go on it. Like, I mean, you're going at 8 o'clock. What are you doing that for? But we want to go in 5, not 8. We'd rather go on 5. See? Good thing. I know how these things happen.
20 years deep, all right? You start learning these tricks, you know? I'm like, no, we'll go on at 5. It's cool. Oh, and by the way, we're going to sneak another band on, too, you know, just like for the old school thing, because that's one of the things we used to do. That's why Tree played more pop rallies than anybody, because, like, if, like, we weren't on the bill, Sam Black Church was, and they'd be like, you guys want 15, 20 minutes of our set? We're like, you know we do.
Yeah.
You know, I was already calling. You know, hello, hello? Yes, yes, we'll take that. Thank you, Sam Black Church. Thank you, Stompbox. You know, and then from that, it was like we played here one year. We got Clutch on the show, and then we were touring with Shooty's Groove, and the tour ended like here, and like Shooty's Groove wasn't on the bill. But guess what? Guess who played the show? You know it on our gear in the middle of our set. You know, in the middle of our set, guess who played the show? Shooty's Groove, and then right after them, Clutch played, and then the next day we're on tour with Clutch.
God, that's great.
You know, and I swear it was like phenomenal, you know, because like all the bands we got to play with and tour with, especially from around here, but like just from Boston area, there's such camaraderie, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like no one competed against each other because the industry's not here, man. No one starts a band in Boston to get signed. People start a band in Boston, play fucking music and rock. It's like their guts out, you know. Their fucking guts out, like it's literally their guts on the floor out. That's why they do it, because they're not going to get paid, they're not going to get laid. It's all about that moment of rock.
Well, we
and
saw
roll.
that with your show, man. You were crowd surfing, you were rocking the subwoofers.
Oh, you see me knocking that shit around?
Grabbing 3 mics at
you
a time.
See, the first time I hit it, I wiped out, and I was like, well, I want to use this for my advantage.
You gotta go with it, huh?
Yeah, because like basically, I do a lot of skateboard tricks where it's like kind of like. He's gonna wipe out, and then I don't. So I'm doing it kind of on purpose, but I'm also throwing myself out there and like just letting the music move me, and I have no preconceived notion of like what I'm gonna do next, and I'm not afraid to be a complete fool to be pure. You know, it's pure. It's totally pure. You know, and I'm willing to be a fool to have that moment of being a fool, to have all those other moments of being absolutely pure, because it's like I'm not like, oh, this is the part where we all jump together. Yay. You know, no, it's just like visceral. It's
Excellent.
like for real, you know, and that's what we did. That's why we were such an animal, weird band, because we all grew up together. We all really didn't know what it was like to be in a band, and all of a sudden we were like, you know, we started in a band, we played in a band, like we had really no preconceived notions. All we wanted to do was play one show in Boston, and then that would be it. And then all of a sudden, you know, 13 years later, we're like, well, no record label will sign us. We're totally blacklisted. I don't know if it's because of the politics or the booze, or both. You know.
Yeah.
But like they just like nope. After I think Kurt Cobain like took his life, they all retreated, and you know what? It's who knows? Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. You know, because we still kept our complete credibility the whole time, and we never sold out to anything because we never got paid. You know, like we got paid. But it all just paid the bills. Like all the money that Tree got always went into the fund, and it just kept the Tree band going. Nobody really ever got paid. You know, that's why when people were like freaked out when they would see me or Jake or Billy on a job site doing like, you know, Jake is a framer and Billy does hardwood floors and I paint and plaster, and like I was like, what are you guys doing? Your song just got played on the radio. What are you doing? I'm like,
working.
This is how I make money. Like, that's how I make music, but this is how I make money. Oh, cut and trim, you know.
That's real, man. That's real.
And I used to prepare, and I talked about it freely. You know, it's like I'm not gonna like wear black nail polish and pretend I'm like unhireable. I'm hireable. You know, I'll work for a living. You know, I'm not afraid to work for my keep, but also I'm not afraid to follow my dream and do what I have to do to make my soul soar for this one lifetime, you know. So I would advise you to do the same.
Right
you
on.
know, don't be afraid to do whatever you got to do whatever you got to do.
That's right.
Because as long as you get what you really need to get done, then you win.
That's
you know,
right,
and then
man.
you'll be happy.
Tree Rocks, Boston
Yeah.
Freedom Rally. We had a
Freedom
good time here.
2013.
Right on.
See you next year.
Come on, here we go. Boston, show me what you got. I'm alright. Here's our last song. Retreat from Westwood, Mass. The street. The song's called Truth. It's going out to you guys. Every single one of you. Truth. Truth be known, let the truth be known, let the truth be known, let the truth be known. Let the truth be known, 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 let the truth be known.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to all those Boston people. Russ had a great time.
That was awesome.
Supporting freedom.
Hell yeah.
Dave Tree of Tree, as you heard. Tree, dude, really in the 2000s, those dudes ruled the East Coast for sure. Never really made it to the West Coast as far as popular. How I knew him is because I had a friend who worked at a recording studio in Los Angeles. And so they flew out and recorded a couple of albums, but the main one was Downsizing the American Dream. And so me and Patrick, we kind of hung out throughout that whole album, and I was a Tree fan for life. And as you saw, man, Dave Tree, Russ, he's always supported. He's part of Masscan Normal.
Yeah.
And they've done so much work on the East Coast for our freedom fighters, cannabis community.
He said I probably played more pot rallies than anybody.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, the first one they did was back in '92, and so just shout out to Tree.
Yeah, I went in not knowing a damn thing about Tree and was thoroughly entertained. I got a bunch of shots from the pit, a bunch of shots from the media row, from backstage. That guy's a hell of a performer.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you guys saw that crowd, man. They love Tree. They love their freaking Tree. And so good stuff, man. Good stuff for all the Bostonians out there on the Boston Common. And shout out to all the cannabis community here, 420radio.org. Urb Thrasher here with Radical Russ, and we're just hanging out here in Roller J Studios. Another great night of rock. Rest in peace, Cliff Burton. John Bottom just played a great couple songs from them. And now we wanted to get to some brand new stuff, man. This is like this album right here. I've been waiting on it for months and months. I've always known of the band Sasquatch. They're signed to Small Stone Records, stoner rock. I mean, through and through the late 2000s. These guys, you talk about fuzz, man, you know, because there was Caius and just freaking Sleep and all these bands, and Sasquatch was one of the bands that kind of branched off from that and kept this music alive. And so they've been going. They're on their 4th album. They're out of Los Angeles, and they have been working very hard, and they have this brand new album out, and it's titled 4. And the cover is freaking amazing. It's like this metallic chick. And so you guys should definitely check out this album. You can find it on they have a whole Reverb page, Reverb Nation page. I would go to the Small Stone Records website and look at it through them, because they have all their bands there, and they have all the Bandcamp links linked through their website, and you can find a ton of great music. But we wanted to play you a couple of songs. This album just released this week on Tuesday, and you know, they've been working on it forever. This is one of those, you know, bands, a lot of times they build up to like a big release, and this is it. And so you guys will definitely hear many influences in here from the stoner rock. They've now branched into a little bit of, I call it southern rock. I hear southern rock in these dudes. A lot of people think that they're a pass off from the Nirvana days. So anyways, let's turn this up. From Los Angeles, Small Stone Records, 3 dudes, rock it out. Here is Sasquatch. Turn it up, folks. Yeah, how about that? Freaking brand new Sasquatch from Los Angeles, signed to Small Stone Records, and that was titled 4 is the brand new album. And the two songs that we played right there was The Messenger and Sweet Lady. And so, awesome stuff, man. They have like, what? How many songs on this thing, man? They got like
12 or 13, something.
They got 9 songs on there, and a couple of them are long. You know, a lot of these stoner rock songs, man, they get into some jams. And so one song's on here called Smoke Signal, and that's over a 7-minute song right there. So good stuff, man. I hope you guys heard that southern rock, kind of stoner rock, a little bit of hard rock, all blended in there for a great, great album by the band Sasquatch. So you guys get out there and check them out, man. All right, staying on this brand new music, man, and I am like, this is where I start getting all jittery and stuff, because these are some of my favorite bands ever, dude. I mean, Sepultura, Death Angel, I grew up on those guys, man. I mean, if you guys have never heard the album Act 3, please, like, that's a top 5. If you're in the metal, thrash, I mean, they were so strong back then, and then I had a bus wreck, and long story, anyways. Brand new stuff, though, man. There's so many great, like, bands, and as I talked about, like, Sepultura, Death Angel, both signed to Nuclear Blast Records. You've got Soulfly, which we'll have some brand new Soulfly next week. But those 3 bands are all signed to Nuclear Blast Records, and all 3 have releases within the next 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, that's freaking sick if you're a thrash metalhead. And all 3 of those bands, dude, they totally support our scene for sure. You can go back and look, and just type in Urb Thrasher and Mark Asakeda or Death Angel, and you can find an interview that we did with Mark back when this show was under a previous name, Normal Rocks. And so also coming up, this is the long break right here, we're going to do 4 jams, all brand new, and all 4 of these albums aren't out yet. And so another band that we're going to play is Red Fang. And so Portland band, just they're on the rise. Totally on the rise. They had an album come out about 2 years ago and really jumped them into the light, and they're just been on tour ever since, rocking. And so they have a brand new album. They're on Relapse Records. And then finally, the 4th song, which we're going to start this block with, is one of my favorites, and it's The Goddamn Gallows, signed to Farmageddon Records. This song right here illustrates everything that's going on about this outlaw, hellbilly, punkabilly, rockabilly music, because it's all infused, and bands like The Goddamn Gallows and Jake Orvis are keeping it going. So guys, turn it up, load it up. The Goddamn Gallows, brand spanking new. Portland's finest right there. Brand new Red Fang. Freaking awesome stuff right there, man. And then before that was Sepultura. Awesome stuff. Death Angel, come on. And then before that was the goddamn Gallows. And that's right, folks. Nowhere else you're going to get a 4-pack like that, man. You're just not going to get it like that except for right here, Urb Thrasher Flower Hour on 420 Radio. Appreciate all you guys supporting us. Ben Canny, freaking Grey Wolf Solar, Canna Dude, Bong Hitter, Johnny Chronic, the fam, Big Jim. I mean, all you guys, man. My bro Eric, man. Everyone out there listening, thank you guys so much, man. We love bringing the rock, and that's what we do. And we love bringing the weed, and that's what we smoke. And so you guys hopefully having a great Friday night. Rest in peace, Cliff Burton, John Bonham, and all the greats, Dio, and just all the many greats up there. And so, all right, man, big second hour coming up. We're going to talk a little sports. Got some college football going on. We're going to find out the standings in our 420 Fantasy Football League. So you guys come back. We got some brand new tunes, more, and we're going to smoke more weed. So you guys come back. Turn it up, guys.